key world figures than ever before assembled travel the streets of New York. At Yugoslav headquarters, Egypt's President Nasser talks with neutralist Marshal Tito. They share the goal of a third force alliance, weighing the balance between the Soviet and the West. Then Nasser goes on to the Soviet estate at Glen Cove, never before photographed by the American press, to be warmly greeted by Khrushchev, who bids high for the support of the smaller nations still uncommitted in the Cold War. In his first full day in this country, Nasser sees 4 other chiefs of state. At Harlem's Hotel Theresa, in a heavy press of security guards holding back throngs of demonstrators, Nasser and Fidel Castro begin a 90-minute talk. Nasser's travels typify the busy rounds of New York's VIP visitors. President Eisenhower returns to the city for the second time in 5 days. He rides through crowded streets accompanied by Cardinal Spellman. Officially, Ike is here to address the National Conference of Catholic Charities. He, too, has scheduled a series of conferences with major world figures. Cordial talks with one of the world's most powerful leaders, India's Prime Minister Nehru, cover a wide range of topics for a full hour. The details not revealed. Mr. Nehru, who has great prestige throughout the Asian and African nations, is regarded by many as a possible mediator of the grave Cold War tensions, which have been newly aggravated by Khrushchev's attacks on the UN. Premier Nasser is Ike's other conferee of the day. It is believed he will withhold support from the Soviet leader's plan to drastically reorganize and weaken the world organization. But Nasser's views, expressed to the president, were not disclosed. High drama comes at the General Assembly itself, where over a score of delegations are headed by chiefs of government. An unprecedented audience of world leaders hears a reply to Khrushchev's earlier tirade against the world organization and the actions of Dag Hammarskjöld in the Congo crisis. To Khrushchev's demands for his ouster, the Secretary General replies in measured diplomatic tones but in firm language that he would rather see his office break while upholding impartiality in world affairs than to be pressured into support of one side. Hammarskjöld gets an ovation from the Assembly for a full minute. A notable exception, a table-pounding display of mock rage by Khrushchev and his cohorts, grinning through their outburst. The Assembly continues its course with Fidel Castro taking the rostrum to speak for Cuba, a speech billed in advance as a filibuster. To the delight of the Soviets and their satellites, Castro launches into a marathon denunciation of the United States, ranging from the categorical to the particular at record length, a full 4.5 hours. Castro devotes 26 minutes to a tirade against his alleged mistreatment by the city of New York. Then follows a full-scale attack on United States colonialism aimed at the newly admitted African states. A delighted Khrushchev pays flatteringly close attention, though many others present were observed taking a turn in the corridors as the hours wore on. The incredible indictment came as a shock to many, but it was just one voice in the red propaganda chorus mustered for what may be the most fateful session of the United Nations to date. Notre Dame opens its 72nd football season on a broiling hot day for the benefit of guest team California. The Irish keep it hot with an early drive climaxed by Bob Scarpito's whirl around left end to score. The Golden Bears roar back. Randy Gold pitches to Walt Arnold, who nimbly picks his way to the Notre Dame 3. Then George Pirovich charges through the line, and the Bears even up the score 7-all. California 6 again, around left end, and he crosses into pay dirt to put Notre Dame out ahead, 14-7. California on its own 8 tries a sneak kick, but Nick DiPola nabs the ball, steps into the end zone. Final score, Notre Dame 21, California 7. At College Park, Maryland, fans riding high from the Terps' winning opener last week get a jolt in a Texas game right in the first period when Jim Saxton snares a Maryland kick on his own 31 and runs it back all the way 69 yards for a touchdown. As the first quarter ends, Mike Cotton sparks another Texas drive. A bullet pass. Jack Collins to Bobby Gurwitz puts Texas on the Terrapins' 4. Cotton rams over the line for the second Texas score. The Longhorns are smarting from upset defeat by Nebraska in their opener, and Maryland pays. Here's Texan Bill Laughlin recovering a Texas punt deep in Maryland territory. Next play but one, Jack Collins takes the ball and goes over for another Texas touchdown. It's a Longhorn stampede. Just before time runs out, Jerry Cook blasts through the Terp defenses for a 62-yard scoring run. A resounding 34-0 surprise victory for Texas.